Uh, was that a picture? No.
What?
Hi, and welcome to the Never Cast Off podcast. My name is Debbie. I'm known as Deb's Destiny on social media. And I have visitors for you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to introduce you to Sam. He runs the Yarn Stop over here in Clawson, Michigan.
Right.
And then Rhichard Devrieze, who's an indie dyer. Yay! Oh, so it's such a privilege to be able to be here. So we have something going on tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow's the inaugural local yarn store day that is put on by TNNA and or is sponsored by them. And so we have decided to do a lot of stuff for that. And
go big or go home, right?
Right, go big or home. So
he's going big.
what we're going to do is, what we're doing is, Richard's coming in and going to do a trunk show with his yarns and show us some new colors and new yarns that we haven't had in the store before. So we're really excited about that. So you have to come in and see that. They won't be on
Yay.
display until tomorrow morning.
Whoa!
So we're going to hide them when we put them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Is that why it's all under the table?
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
under the table right there.
Unfair.
And then, so with him, also we are going to have Spilly Jane here, who is from Windsor. She is, I don't know how you do this. She does a lot of Fairlaw work with mittens.
Oh, these are
and socks.
darling.
We just think they're fun because this one is her, since she's Canadian, that's her curling stones. And she also does bacon, as a bacon pattern. And,
Oh, that's the bacon.
That's the bacon pattern. And we have quite a few of her samples here. She'll
Oh,
be
this
here
is
tomorrow
great.
with hard copies of her patterns. You can pre-order her book that'll be coming out. We can pre-order that tomorrow. And she will autograph them when you come and pick them up. They'll be autographed.
That is so cool.
She'll be here. It's kind of cool on that. We also have a designer by the name of Toni Lipsy. She's with
Ooh.
TL Yarn Crafts. She's a crochet designer.
Oh, cool.
She is actually going to be teaching a class tomorrow morning at 8:30. We still have room left. You can go out to our website and sign up for that class.
Oh,
great.
cool.
On that, it is a crocheted hat,
Okay.
and it's her design. I just think it'd be kind of fun to learn, take a class from the designer and do that design.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be kind of fun on that. And so we're going to have that tomorrow morning as well, and she'll be here throughout the day.
Okay.
We, Alexandra's Crafts, which is a yarn that we carry here in the store. She's from Silverton, Oregon. She created a
Wow.
special colorway for tomorrow based on the design, the logo colors for the local yarn store day. And that's a new base for us. That's a Super Washington cell base,
Oh, wow.
fingering weight yarn, and we have a limited supply of this.
That's
So
pretty.
once it's gone, it's gone. We're not going to be able to get it again. So if you want
Oh.
to get this, you need to
Come
be
in
here,
early.
come in early and get it because we only have a very limited supply of this yarn.
Don't tell me you have 4.
No, we have more than 4.
Okay, thank you.
54.
But it is limited supply on that. We have that
Okay.
going on. Anne will be here, one of our instructors. She has
Yeah.
she's a designer.
Yeah,
And-
I hope she gets to come in later once you
Yeah.
start going, that she'll slip
She's
in and
busy.
say
Slip in
hi.
and say hi.
Yeah.
She's working right now for me.
Sell yarn.
She has some designs in one of the 60 quick knit books from
Oh,
from
cool.
American Yarn Store. So she'll be here autographing that book if you want her to. Plus she has a design for one of Richard's kits, and she'll
cool.
autograph that box as well for you. So that's going to be
I'll
here.
autograph labels.
And you autograph labels?
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
And then we'll have, if you're part of our loyalty program, you'll get double points for all your purchases tomorrow as
Oh,
well.
cool.
So we have got a lot going on in the
So-
store for this tomorrow.
So
time?
tell me about your,
Yeah,
what
it's
time?
we open at 10 and we close at 5 tomorrow.
But your first thing starts at 8:30.
8:30 if you're taking the class.
Oh, so if you take the class, you get like a preview on everything.
Right.
Ooh.
So,
Okay. So
but,
tell us about your loyalty program.
Loyalty program, when you sign up for a loyalty program, you get points for every dollar spent.
Okay.
When you hit 400 points, you get a 15% discount in the
Okay.
store.
Okay.
For every 400 points you hit. So if you hit 800, you get 15%, and keeps going like that. Plus, if you give us your birthday with the year,
Oh.
with the year.
you will get a 15% coupon on your birthday. as
Okay.
well
Do you
to
check
use in the
ID?
store. No, we don't check ID.
Oh, on.
So that's our loyalty program.
So I
and,
can tell you whatever year, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we like to have the real one for marketing purposes,
For
but
marketing, there will be a survey.
but you know you can't tell me year 2021 because that's not ready yet.
Maybe
So-
I am.
So that we're very excited about this tomorrow, and we've been working very hard on it.
Sorry,
And
baby.
Yeah. Okay,
The store
so
is open,
The
so-
store is open, so we might have squirrel moments. So a lady just came in here and
With
she
a
doesn't
very
know we're doing
cute
a
baby.
adorable. We're doing a podcast. So I mean, no, can you show the baby? Is it okay to? Okay, it might be easiest to come around this way.
Okay.
She's just
Oh,
adorable.
look at the hair.
Oh, my gosh.
Hi.
She's adorable, and so you'll be able if you
Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
yeah, if you come around like
She just
here
doesn't know
maybe.
she's
Oh,
The baby's like,
what's going on?
look over here.
Mom!
Oh.
she's looking at you.
Hi.
Yeah, I'd look at him strange too.
Do you come to this shop often?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite part of the store?
All the different yarns.
Yeah. They are
They're
pretty.
too pretty not to come.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
good selection here.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
no
stopping in and showing off the everybody your
Oh, no
your
problem.
beautiful baby.
Thank you.
Okay, so now that we had the squirrel mom, and I don't even remember where we were. She's just so adorable.
Anyway, we want everybody to come down and have
Yes.
fun and
Yeah.
support the local yarn stores. All the specials that the big yarn companies are doing are geared only to brick and mortar stores. That's what this is for. It's not geared to online stores at all.
Okay.
And we do also have, I keep forgetting this because it just came in, for the first 20 people that buy a Barocco product, we do have a free gift for you for that, for the first 20 people
Oh, good.
on that.
Interesting.
Plus, there's a whole lot of stuff going on as well. Anne has designed a special mystery knit along called
Oh.
Bricks for tomorrow. You can only buy it here at the store.
Oh, cool.
You can't get it anywhere else. You can only buy it here at the store. And the first clue will be released tomorrow around noon for that. So
That's cool.
well, that'll be here as well. And so that'll be a lot of fun. And it is a mystery knit along. It's a 5-week mystery knit along. on
Okay.
that. So
Yeah, and mystery knit alongs sure are popular right now.
yes.
So absolutely.
We also have Chalgu will be here
Okay.
between 12 and noon to show off their brand new product. You actually get to touch it and feel it. It's a brand new Shorties project that they have. They are interchangeable needles from size 0 to 3, I think, but they're only 2 and 3 inches long. So they're shorts.
Wow.
They're
Okay.
really shorts.
Oh, that's cool.
And so they'll be here tomorrow to show that off, and we have a contest with them to guess how many needles or crochet hooks are in the vase.
Okay.
And you could win a set of the interchangeables,
We like
either
this?
either the small set or the large set. So it'll be half of that set. Yeah.
Okay.
So and so they'll be here. So like I said, we've got
cool.
These are my new ones.
We've got tons going on tomorrow.
Is there
we will
anybody
be
else
busy.
coming?
That's it as far as
Oh.
I know. We
I
Yeah.
don't think we have room.
That's
yeah,
it.
We don't have room.
What do you mean that's it? There's
it's
not
a-
anybody else?
If it's a
No.
nice day and you want to hang out, bring your lawn chair. We may have to have you sit outside.
Oh. No, that is an
can tan.
amazing. He's bringing in a couple designers, a couple indie dyers, the needles. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That,
A lot
that
going
is,
on.
We have
Yes,
a lot going on.
that
So,
is pretty
food.
amazing.
we're- if you come for class, there will be Krispy Kremes and donuts,
Ooh.
and coffee. So
So you can't promise that
during-
they'll last very
can't
long.
promise that they'll last after 10, but
Okay.
they'll be here at 8:30.
Okay.
So,
Yippee.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
well, Mike said if I'm getting him up that early, he's got to have donuts. So,
And coffee. Coffee.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. Thank you so much. It's
Oh.
thank you so much for letting me come in and,
Oh, no
and
problem.
today to do a
Anytime.
preview. This is great.
anytime.
Yeah.
We got customers in the store, so I'm going to have to
Okay.
head out. And
Yep. Let Ann know whenever it calms down. We'd love to have her back here.
Okay.
Okay,
I will
thank
let her
you.
know.
Okay, so Rhichard Devrieze.
Devrieze. Sorry.
Devrieze.
It's a
I'm
hard
sorry.
one to do.
It really is.
It is a hard one to do.
Devrieze.
So,
Okay. As
Go
soon,
for
as soon
it.
as I think I get it, no.
oh no. You're not the only.
Okay, so I came up with a couple questions for Richard ahead of time. I am working and I finished a big project, so I have lots of ends, so I'm working that in. So if I'm not looking,
And I'm casting
sorry.
on my new needles,
Yeah,
which I'm very excited about.
yeah.
So, yeah. So
Let me. What kind of yarn do you have?
actually, I am. Let me start this again. It may be a new line for us. So I've been testing it. I've been actually casting on, ripping it out, casting it on, ripping it out to see how long it's going to take to pill or if it will pill. So it's a bulky,
Oh,
100%
cool.
merino bulky that we're looking at. Yeah, so
Okay.
something new for us. So,
Cool.
so that's it.
Yeah, merino.
Oh, yeah.
They have shorter staples, so they are known to pill.
Pill, and this is the thing. We were actually looking at. We've asked the mill that we're dealing with to look for a longer staple length and to give the
Okay.
yarn a bit more of a twist so it doesn't pill as quickly.
Also with merino, if you take multiple strands that are thin and ply them together, so like a 6 or 8 ply or something
Right.
like that, that would reduce it too.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like our fingering has got a high twist to it with the
Okay.
multi.
This one?
Oh, there we go. It's over there. I have to think of what's behind us, like so. So, and it's known for having that really high twist in it.
Yeah, this
so
is
that
really
it
nice.
wears nicely, and
Yeah.
it does not pill. That's the
This
one
one
thing.
doesn't?
Yeah, no.
Oh, cool.
With
This
that
is
high
so
twist,
pretty.
yeah. So,
Yeah, look at those colors.
so
Ah.
that's it.
Okay, now let me make sure I'm putting it back properly.
Oh heck, we can do that after.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So,
Okay, so what drew you to the fiber business?
we-
Everybody out there wants
us
to
to
know.
know.
Okay, maybe just me, I don't know.
No, many years ago, we lived on a farm that was built in 1837,
Ooh.
and the barn was empty. And old barns aren't supposed to be empty.
No, they're not. They're supposed to
So-
have some animals in there.
And so I started doing research about different types of animals, different breeds, and I like to have. I've always liked livestock, so we looked at different things, and I settled on 2 commercial grade sheep. And if you don't
Ooh.
castrate one of those, you end up with 3 sheep. And then from 3 sheep, we ended up with 54 merinos. So it just
Ooh.
snowballed from there. So actually, I began as a shepherd and a spinner, dyer, weaver. So long before I actually got into this yarn business.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's what drew me. And then also my grandfather back in the Netherlands was a dyer for 40 years. He started off owning
Wow.
a blanket weaving company. And then he sold that and he went into dyeing. Yeah, so 40 years of dyeing. So luckily I have some of his books and some of his information. Oh yeah, so
Ooh.
it's great. So it skipped a generation and came to me.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
I'm in college,
Right.
and I'm taking a biology class. Okay, it's scarier at my age. So we just took a test this week on genetics.
right.
So okay, so you're telling me it skipped a generation. I'm like,
Yeah.
genetics.
Genetics, that's
like,
it.
Purge, trying to purge it from my mind. It won't work. So, but that is so cool. Okay, so did you just stick with the merino, or?
We actually we had the merinos. We had them up until about 9 years ago.
Oh wow.
But also we did have blue-faced Leicesters.
Okay.
5 of them for about a year and a half. And the
Okay.
reason why we ended up getting them was our shearer said that there were 5 at a farm and they were going to go to market. And we were like, there are so few of these in North America that we need to rescue them. And we did. We rescued them because when we went to pick them up, their hooves were terrible. And instead of going, oh, look, sheep, it was like, oh, look, sheep. The stalls were so full of manure that they were looking down at us. So we did. We bought them and we had them. But we sold them to a farm in Quebec because the merinos were very calm. They're very docile. Ours were just great, because we spent so much time with them. And these 5 were, very high strung. You looked at them the wrong way and they literally almost went right up the wall. So it was unfortunate.
It was probably because of how they were raised,
Raised,
and stuff.
I think so.
Aw.
and it was just so it was sad. But I mean, we had our guys, and we just wanted them to stay because we were showing in that too. So I mean, we wanted
cool.
them to be not to get high strung. So but
Yeah,
so that was
it can rub off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when but yeah, the last one died 9 years ago. About 9 years ago, she was 24 years old. So we never slaughtered any of them. They were all breeding stock and wool for us. And I mean, we would take glasses of ice wine into the barn and sit in there with them. And, and there was the odd one that liked to come over and sip the ice wine also.
Oh, no.
Yes. So we had great memories. So,
Okay.
but
That's
now with the
cool.
quantity and the quality of the merino that we use, it's not, worthwhile for us to
Right.
raise them. So
It's a lot of work,
it's a lot
sure.
of work. It is.
Yeah.
So,
So was it fine merino or
we actually
medium?
we had our original flock. We bought the show strain from Morehouse Farms in Red Hook, New York.
Okay.
And from there we actually imported 2 superfine rams that came from New Zealand.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I mean, so we had American Delane and we had Australian superfines.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was it. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's
So
pretty cool.
It was very educational. I mean, you learn a lot. Luckily, we were in Guelph, Ontario when this all happened, and the University of Guelph rivals Cornell for its animal husbandry and genetics, and for the veterinarian sciences and that. So
Ooh.
the library was there for us to use. So
Interesting.
we had a lot of research. So it was
Yeah, I'll
interesting.
have to. Can you write down the name of that university again
Yeah.
for me, please? Because I'm doing breed studies as part of my podcast. I wanted to do one a month, and I'm a little bit behind. I did one on alpaca and merino. The next one I want to do is on Shetland. So
Wonderful.
I love Shetland. That was my first fleece that I bought, was a Shetland, and it was a lamb first cut.
Oh, wow.
gosh.
And they're in so many different colors, too.
Yeah, it
that's
was
nice.
a medium brown.
Right.
So I dyed it just a little bit purple, just a little bit
Ooh.
purple.
Highlights.
Just yeah, and I keep trying to do a knitting pattern with it, and
No.
it's just so special because it's my first one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Shetland, and it's gorgeous. I just want it to be just right, and it's not. So I'm like, rip out.
Of course.
But it's like, okay, well, whatever. Okay, so what's your favorite fiber?
Well, it'd have to be a toss-up between the merino, superfine merino from Australia, and I really like Thai silk. So I do.
Okay.
Your best silk comes from Thailand, mulberry-fed silk. And the sheen to it. So, then if you get a nice yarn that's got mulberry silk and merino into it, you've got the luster and you've got I can't
The
think.
sheen?
No,
No,
you get the luster and the sheen of the silk, and then the matte finish of the wool. So you have the two together. It makes an interesting yarn.
Yeah.
And then we had one called Lux for a while that had silk, merino, and cashmere in it. And, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. So we're looking to do that again, another luxury yarn. So we'll see what
cool.
happens. So yeah, the merino and
this is
Yeah.
actually yours.
raw silk.
Yeah, this
that I
one was
dyed.
raw silk, and I love this one. This was I made this pattern. This one was called the Dream Job, the one I didn't get. Well, I didn't say the one I didn't get, but a Dream Job. So this one is one of my patterns, and I used Rhichard yarn. So yeah.
And the raw silk is interesting too. And of course, I have I like to play. So I like to try different yarns and different things. It doesn't mean they're
Okay.
all going to be with us for a long time, but I like to have limited, things, and just it's always keeping something new and exciting going. So yeah,
Do you like dyeing with silk?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah.
I tried dyeing some cotton and silk. I didn't like it.
No, cotton, no, but silk I do. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. How do you come up with so many different types of awesome color combinations?
Playing.
Playing.
A lot of playing.
Do you ever have like a whole bunch of like skeins that you just throw in a pile as like, or what do you
Like
do with
inspiration
those?
comes from different areas. We have one called County Road 40.
Okay.
And County Road 40 is greens and yellows. And it's an
Okay.
area not far from us. And it's, a beautiful spot where there's a cistern. So there must have been, an old house there at one time. The water is crystal clear. It comes from the spring, and marsh marigolds grow in the area. So you've got the green from all the foliage, and then the yellow from the flowers. And so the colorway, yellow and green. And so that's what inspired that. So, but I mean, sometimes it's, an area you see or a sunset, and then that's what's inspiring. And sometimes I just play. I mean, I just like to play. Not everything is successful. There is sometimes the ones that I look at it and go, oh my, what was I thinking? No.
Do you ever find that some of those you're like, well, okay, I'm going with it, and then they're like bestsellers? Does it ever happen?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I just did Stitches United in Hartford. And
Oh, that's
stuff
so
that I
cool.
thought was going to be the really good seller didn't sell as well. But the colors that I didn't think would sell, but you have to have a good variety because you need to bring pastels, you need to bring jewel tones, and you need to have because everyone's going to have different taste.
Yeah.
Those will be the ones that sold. So, I mean, it's retail. It's hard to know. But I mean, there are some there that change so much. That's why I like seeing the finished garments, because I see it in the pan. I see it in a skein. So I like people to send me pictures of what they've done, because then you see it knit and it's totally different.
So they would be like at the top of the list of what you would hope for somebody knitting with your yarn. You would hope that they would send pictures to you and, tag on, what's your Instagram?
Rhichard Devrieze, the Yarns of Rhichard Devrieze on Instagram.
Okay,
So,
Yarns of
Rhichard
Rhichard
Devrieze.
Devrieze. Okay.
So, and I mean, it is. Please send us your pictures, because this way I get inspired, by seeing stuff. And I don't know why more people don't. I don't know if they don't think their knitting is worthy of being shown. But to us, it is. I mean, whatever you do, I mean, it's handmade. And all of us, we know how it's done. We appreciate the handmade goods. And we were just speaking in the store earlier. There was a class going on, and the lady said to me, "It's your yarn, but don't look at the mistake." And I said, "I will not notice the mistake." And my big thing is, if you have put all that work into something and you give it away as a gift, and the first thing somebody notices is the mistake, I'd be saying to them, give it back.
Seriously.
That is not what you're supposed to do.
It's intimidating a little bit for a knitter to show somebody, it's like, an indie dyer. Look at, oh my gosh, it's sometimes intimidating to approach somebody that is like the artist behind everything. And I think maybe that's where that comes from.
And you're right. People think, like, you are the person that, dyed this and all that. And I had once a lady come and said to me, "Can I touch your hands?" And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, those are the hands that make those great colorways that create what we do with the yarn. That's the beginning." And I said, "Sure." But to me, I mean, I do something I really enjoy. I have a passion for. I mean, this is what, and you have a passion for what you do with the yarns that I dye. And that's why I want to share the passion of what I do with the passion of what you do. And then we see the end product. And that inspires me to do it more. And come up with new colorways and see what other people are doing in that. And so, and I purposely will not look at what other indie dyers are doing sometimes, because I don't want it to influence my colors.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you don't want to be a imitator. You want to create your own.
Yeah, and I'm known for the stipples. Some people call it speckles. Some people call it stipples. In England, they call it the Dolce ones. And so, because of all those little dots in it and that.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I mean, they're big, but they've been around for quite some time already. So
Yeah,
I've been doing it for about, 15, 16 years.
Wow. So it's just finally catching on. Huh?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
it. So
they should have been paying attention to you sooner.
I don't mind. Hey, keep me around for a while yet.
Okay. So you don't. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
What else would you like the other knitters
To know about
to
the
know
yarn?
about you or about the yarn?
Well, it's
or
not just
about-
me. That's the one thing. It's not just me. There's another half of this business, and his name is Robert. He's my partner.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I get to, and I bug him all the time, I don't get to make sole decisions. It's my name that's on the label, but there is another person there also who does a lot of work to get this going. And that poor man did not think when he took early retirement he'd be involved in the yarn business. So
Okay, so he's behind the scenes, but he does a lot for the business.
oh yeah. He's every day he's doing stuff. I'm here
Okay.
doing the show tomorrow, the local yarn shop, first annual, and he's at home either twisting yarn or looking after employees and the people that actually I don't call them our employees. They are the people that work with us. They don't work
Okay.
for us. We do this all together. It's a group, and we have a lot of fun. And
Anne is here. Come on in. Hi. This is going to be a longer episode than normal, but that's okay. It's really fun. So Anne is a designer of knitwear,
Just a few things.
and she's got awesome hair.
always, we can do a colorway like that. I think we have a colorway like that. So,
Is that going to be an inspiration for your next yarn line? Is Anne's
hair. Oh.
No, I'm sorry.
We'll do a semi-solid book color.
Okay, I'd buy it.
I'm sorry. She's awesome.
Okay, show us.
Yeah. She brought some stuff.
I brought this one. This is actually something I
Ooh.
designed for Rhichard. This is the Bloody Mary.
Oh,
Shawl.
cool.
Which we will have kits for
Gonna-
tomorrow.
Just to show
And a lot of
little
other
bit
fun
close
stuff.
up.
So,
Oh,
turn
this is
around.
darling. Oh.
So,
It's reversible,
Oh.
including the cable on the edge.
The-
Which, since this is based on a Bloody Mary cocktail, that cable is the celery.
so,
Oh.
isn't that nice?
I love cables on the end. I just love them.
She did a fabulous job of it. So yeah,
She
so it's gonna.
did.
We have
And
the kits here
it
tomorrow.
lays very, very flat. It doesn't pucker at all, which with some of the ones I've been working on, that's been my struggle. So I'm just being amazed here that yours is just. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's got a really cool pattern to it. It's very, very, very nice.
You two talk. I'm gonna count.
Shut up, I'm counting.
Oh no, I can count. No, I can.
Well,
I'm
speaking of
multi-talented.
counting, this is another one that I designed that we taught in a class here. This is the
Ooh.
Fibonacci and fan based on the Fibonacci numerical sequence and feather and fan pattern.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
And this is your design as well?
That's another one of my designs.
Oh, it's so pretty. This is just great. Look at that. How lovely that is in the end. And it's just so dainty. Like it's most of my shells end up I try to make them as big as possible. But this is just dainty and just beautiful just to keep just on the ends and
Right.
it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. I
Thanks.
love it. It's great.
And then this is another one that I did that I refer to as an extreme crescent because when we lay it out, it almost makes a complete circle.
Yeah.
This is called Blaze.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. And this is out of a linen blend, so it's a fabulous summer shawl.
Ooh.
And I know we've still got some of that yarn here at the store.
I'm trying not to put it in front of Richard's face. He's trying to count.
That's
And then
okay.
this one's fun because it's got some beads on it too.
Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Look at they sparkle. Oh, this is so nice. You blocked it just perfect. Not when I was first learning to block, I would block the crap out of stuff.
Yes.
And then where it's supposed to be like this, it would be flared, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But this is just perfectly blocked. Not over blocked, but not under blocked. It's perfect.
Thank you.
This is great. I really like this. It's so pretty. You guys need to come out tomorrow.
Yes. Or else we're all gonna be eating donuts.
Yeah, and we
And
never
we
have
do
any
not
fun
eat
around
that.
here.
What was that?
We never have any
No.
fun around here.
I don't believe that. It's fun every single time I come.
Oh, good.
That's what it's all supposed
I just
to be
wish
about.
you guys were a little bit closer.
So,
But it's worth the drive.
it's yes.
So I have yarn to go hang up.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have fun. Thank you so much. Okay, so what's your favorite part about being an indie dyer?
creating with color, getting to
Yeah.
play with color. And I'm a smart ass, so you have to be careful about, people ask you what you do. And I'm sitting on the plane, not a good idea to tell somebody, I play with chemicals and see pretty colors. That doesn't go over so well. That you have to
gosh.
explain. Yeah, no.
Did
were.
you get in trouble?
Well, I explained really quick because they were sort of like, stewardess. So.
Oh my gosh, I've already told them, but I have to explain this to you. So I started buying some stuff from Pro Chemical because I liked how when there dyes, you can get the safety guidelines on it and everything
Right.
and you'd get the stuff in and it says, this product contains herein, and then it kept going on. And I'm like, herein.
Karen. Okay.
When I first when I first saw it,
Right.
I saw an O in there, and so I called up. You guys sold me heroin. I actually called them and asked them that. And they're like, no.
So-
Let me put you in contact with this. No. And so I'm like, Heron, what in the world? And so my brother, my sister-in-law, and like my niece and nephew, all from the same family, are very, very brilliant and all into chemicals and stuff like that. And so I text the family group. So what is heron? And I the little sticker, I blew it up and
Right.
what is it? And I said, is it dangerous? What do I need to know about it when I'm dying? And do you have to wear a mask? Can you put your hands in it? Dye. You don't want to put your hands in dye. But yeah, yours aren't actually
They're not
that
so bad.
colorful.
So,
No. So
I wear gloves. So
So,
what?
okay,
What is it?
my sister-in-law says, well, it depends. I'm like, okay, that's really weird. So when I got it actually to talk with her, she goes, were you serious about that? I'm like, yeah. She goes, no, herein contains.
Okay, they sort of blended the words together. So
Well, they put it in
Then
one
what-
word. The old English are
Yeah.
loyally herein
Yeah.
contains blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So that's basically what it was. It was so hilarious. I was like, for
Yeah.
2 weeks,
And then you
not
feel like-
using all of the chemical
yeah.
stuff because I was afraid to use it because herein contains.
Yes. But
It was so funny.
but
It was
yeah,
hilarious.
And
And then to find that you were like, okay, so what was it?
what is it? Yes. So, but to answer the question, with the
Thank you.
Well, it's okay. I'm good at deviating too. Believe me.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. So, I do. I like playing with the color. I like seeing colors. I like creating color. And even my email address is creator of color. And this you're playing with all these different colors and making the world more colorful. So it is. And different bases. I like the different bases. I like the new. Robert
Okay.
always says, you like the new, and I do. I like new. I like seeing new bases. I like, what can we do now? What can we play with now? Let's try a new yarn. He's the one that, I'm up here. He keeps me down here.
That's a good balance.
Oh, it's a great balance.
Yeah.
It is. We do well that way, and it for the business it works really well. Because I want to go out and socialize, and he and do the trunk shows and meet the people and all that. He likes being back at home with the French bulldogs and doing his thing there, and looking after. So it's the left side, right side brain thing too, the creativity as opposed to the someone who does the financial and all that. So it works out really well. But yeah, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it is. I wake up, I go out in the dye studio, not looking so good sometimes, and start the day and then come in and do our things with the dogs and start with the breakfast and everything, and then go out and dye and just have a lot of fun. So, and that's it. And then, spend the day in my dye studio, making great things to send to people, and then again seeing what the knitters do with it. So,
I put this corner so you could see some of the yarns that are right here. This is some of Rhichard's yarns. And before we're done, I'll show you over here. There's some more over here. Oh, you can almost see it.
so
Yep, right here.
that's the
Those
Papino,
are
100% merino fingering. And then behind, I think it's the Theed, which is an 80% superfine merino superwash and 20% nylon. It's the official stock yarn, but a lot of people use it for garments too. So that's the other thing. Don't always follow rules, people. Please don't follow rules all the time. If that pattern says black and they're sold out of black, use navy blue. It's dark. You don't have
It's
to go
fine.
exactly the same.
You don't. And patterns are just meant to be a guideline.
Yes. So use your imagination, please.
Yeah, I love seeing just different, when I have a pattern and I publish it, or I'm getting like the test knitters and everything like that, I love seeing the differences that everybody else chooses, and it's just differences, the diversity of life. It's just wonderful. Makes life more interesting. Tell us about your studio.
My dye studio?
Yeah.
My dye studio actually used to be the sheep barn. So, it's actually where the boys used to be kept. And when we started the business, we had to find a spot to obviously dye yarn and that. And so the boys got moved out. So, and they, no, sorry, that's not right. The boys were already gone. So they were already gone at that point. So, but it's still, like, the barn got turned into the dye studio. So
Okay,
it's,
is it breezy in there?
no, it
Good.
can be. It
Okay.
can be when windows are open and things are, but
Okay.
I have to, there can be no great amount of air movement, because I
Right.
do use different types of dyes. So if
Okay.
I'm using powders, of course, you cannot have any air movement in there because it's going to travel. And it's amazing to find those fine particles, will travel. So actually, some of the hardest ones to do are the ones that have natural. Because you have to make sure those pans are scrubbed and everything is clean, or else you end up with a new colorway. So, and like the times where it's blacks and grays, you can't have any of the other colors in there. So you do. So there is no air, well, little air movement. But then I use liquid dyes too. So then we don't have to worry about it, the windows and that being open. So yeah. So, so it was the sheep barn at one time. It's been converted, and now we're actually looking for a new property because
cool.
we need to expand the business. It's going very well, and yeah, so we need to find a spot where we can increase production.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, so I like going in. It's a fun spot, I get a nice view. We're out in the country, can't see the neighbors on either side, and so it's a nice spot to spend
It's
time.
good.
At least I think so. So,
Okay, what's your favorite part of the dyeing process?
have to be actually the combination. I like seeing the final hanks and skeins when they're done. So actually, of the actual dyeing process, it's putting the dye on and seeing those colors meld together and seeing, like, there's one that I do called Happy Times. It's got about 16 colors that I apply to the yarn.
Wow.
Well, those 16 colors, when they meld together, they create more colors. And I was in Italy, and they took yarn that I had dyed and put it in a computer or scanned it and had this computer analyze it. And at this dye house, they came up, like the computer said, there were over 300 colors in that of course the naked eye couldn't see. The computer could see, but to know there's 300 colors in there from 16 dyes that I have put on, that's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is.
So that type of stuff. And I just did a new one the other day because it's going to be used in a knit-along. And so it's, I think it's going to be called Rah Rah Richard is the colorway name, because Robert, I was going to call it one thing, and he's like, no, I think you need to call it Rah Rah Richard. So spelled R-H-A for the raw, like, because my quirky spelled with the Richard.
Yeah.
So Rah Rah Richard will be, and it's got a lot of colors in it.
So he starts his name for Richard. It's Richard.
A-R-D.
A-R-D.
So,
So
two
it-
H's.
Yeah.
Yes, it's strange.
yeah,
Not
so-
my choice, by the way. So I wasn't there when they were doing the naming. Well, I was there when they were doing the naming. Sorry,
But
I
you
guess I
just-
was. I just too young to have an opinion. That was
Yeah.
how's that? So that's it. Yeah. So it is. It is Richard.
And
But-
then, okay, and then I had the nerve to ask you what your favorite color is.
I do have a favorite color.
Okay.
Actually, I like greens and yellows.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the eternal optimist. I like bright. So, I mean, I like a lot of colors. Robert's Mr. Beige. So, as you said before, a good balance of things. I'm color. I want color. I live with Mr. Beige. When we were redoing the at the old farm, redoing the living room, he came home with, I've got great colors for the living room. Look, ecru and parchment. And I went, that's beige and dark beige. Do not give me ecru and parchment. So,
But, then it's like a blank canvas. You can add a whole bunch of everything to it.
Accessorize
So,
with
yeah.
all the bright colors and
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I mean, if it was just me, it would be bright walls and everything. So, and I do, but yellow and green. I like yellow and green. So, and that may be why back to County Road 40, the colorway, I like that spot so much because it's got the greens and the yellows and the flowers growing there. But yeah, bright. Give me bright colors. I want to make the world a happier place. That's one of my missions every day is if I can make 2 strangers smile every day, I feel
wow.
like I've accomplished something.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, so and maybe quirky things to do, and there are people that are friends of mine who will not go to a drive-through with me because they feel too embarrassed. I'm like, well, they remember you in 10 minutes after you're there. They'll remember me. They're not going to remember you because you weren't a lot of fun. So,
I just know the drive-through folks have such a hard job,
Oh.
and I try and just be as nice as I can. Thank you, ma'am.
Exactly.
You have to be.
Yeah.
I think everybody should have a retail job at some point in their life,
If-
and every few years,
hard job.
It really is.
Dealing with the retail public, like in the store here, and you have people come in that are not going to be easy to deal with sometimes, and you have to smile and bite the side of your mouth and just keep it going to a degree, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, that's if you're doing retail, be happy. And back to happy colors. I mean, when I have happy, we deviate. Squirrel. So very good
That's
at this.
why we have a list.
You think it's all coming out of here?
I tried to plan ahead.
So this is it. But
Doesn't
yeah,
always work.
But yeah, I think like one of the colorway I did the other day. It's gonna be raw rich. There's so many bright, happy colors in it, and I
that's
want
cool.
bright, happy. I mean, look at this one. I mean, this is one of my favorites. I mean, you look at that.
That is pretty.
So I mean, it's.
Is this the one that you were talking about? Or
No, it's not
Okay.
released yet. It's not even been
Okay.
reeled yet.
Okay.
So
Look at
it's-
all of those colors.
It will be released in June. It's waiting
This is
for
so soft.
a special occasion when I'm in Edmonton. So
Oh, okay.
it's it's going into a
So-
knit along.
This right here is your section, correct?
Well, actually, I have many
Is there?
sections in
You
here.
do?
We have
Do-
the fingering section. We have the sock section. Then I noticed elsewhere there was the worsted weight section.
We should do a tour then.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Let's do a tour. So,
Follow Ann. Keep pointing.
okay,
You go do
so
tour.
right here we have
Worsted.
which side?
So
Over here?
over there.
Okay.
So this is the fingering weight, 100% merino superwash, extra high twist in it. So yes, you can use 100% natural fiber for socks.
I love taking yellow and putting it with gray. To me,
So,
that is
yeah.
just gorgeous. It's just amazing how much it makes things pop when you add gray to the color in that. So,
And then here we have the
oops.
official sock yarn that's got the 80% superfine merino and 20% nylon.
Look
and
at that beautiful
See,
pop of
yellow
color
and
there.
green. I do have to.
It's beautiful, and then this
So-
is like a muted color,
Yeah.
but still just
pastels,
gorgeous.
because not everyone wants bright. Some people want pastels.
I don't know why.
Yeah. And then
Okay, so I'm trying to pan a little bit and watch where I'm going.
and then the orphan basket.
The orphan basket.
Oh, the one-ofs.
The one-ofs. The
The
orphans.
one-ofs.
Oh!
That's what I understand.
I'm like
now.
orphan basket. What the heck?
And the worsted weight. So,
Okay,
so
I love it though.
So-
That's cool.
yeah. And then we also have 2 other bases, and they will be shown tomorrow. The DK
And then
and I guess we can show. So the DK is.
Where is it? There's the orphan basket. Trying to get it
Oh.
in there. Okay.
And we have fun
Oh.
raising the bar kits, and we're getting a glare. So this is the raising the bar kit. I
Okay.
like making knitting fun. So these are based on your top 10 cocktails.
Okay.
So we have B52, we have Sex on the Beach, we have Tequila Sunrise, and what we did in it, what I did in it was 3 skeins of yarn, that fingering weight, that are the colors of the cocktail. Then we have refreezable ice cubes, shot glass. Some of them have a yarn ball stitch marker, some of them have cocktail glass stitch marker, paper umbrella, and a funky straw for the
Okay.
cocktail. Make it fun, and the pattern's in behind. So,
Okay.
and the DK weight. So Sam will start carrying as of tomorrow. So
Oh,
this is-
cool.
Yeah, so our DK. So
Cool.
that's it.
And
There
just
we go.
so everybody can see a little bit of the store, you can see all of the different choices they have here. Look at that wall. And then there's more over here. I'm carrying my laptop around, so it's still a little awkward. I'm not quite used to doing it. So here's some more yarn. And then there's some more yarn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look
Oh,
at
well,
that
this is-
box. Oh,
No, no.
sneak peek, sorry.
Hey, fight kinship, come back. Look
Okay.
Monkey. This is how our boxes are on.
Oh no.
Come here.
Okay, I have to come back.
This is a big part of what we do. So this is, sometimes the outside of the boxes are just as colorful as the inside of the boxes. Our
at
local post office loves to put all kinds of colorful Canadian stamps all over stuff. And it's
Oh,
great
okay.
fun. So they
So-
do. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
See? And
That's
it's about-
hilarious.
It's
Or
about
that's
having fun.
very
with knitting.
appropriate. It's very appropriate.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to thank everybody here. We have Ian, and there goes Sam and Richard. Thank you so much for letting me
Oh, no
come out
problem.
here.
This has been great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
And I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
And we want to see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.